Good morning, Azima. Good morning, everyone.
Good
Yeah,
morning.
good morning. Yeah, so let's get started anyway. So we have talked about lookup, right? So in that we focused on connected lookup. Yeah.
Okay, I have some questions, Narasimha.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, regarding the cache, which you showed us the directory where the cache folder is there and where this file is maintained for lookup table.
Yes.
So my first question is that if I'm dealing with many lookup tables, right? So and maybe there are so many mappings, and there will be various lookup tables for each mapping. It depends on the logic. So in that case, is it possible that we can have this cache maintained somewhere else in a place where we have all these data
Yeah,
files,
yeah.
right? So
We can change that location.
we can change that. And the second question is, uh, you also spoke about the persistent and the scope type of cache where in the persistent you said that it's available, the files are available for the tasks, right? So in the persistent.
Right.
And so for how long it is available, right? And for the shared also, how long is it available? I know you said for
First,
fixed it's once the mapping is closed, then the cache file is removed right after the mapping is run for the fixed one, right?
hmm. Yeah. No, this is at let's say workflow or task flow level. Yeah. Scope of this session, sorry, cache, right? In case of this persistent, it is available till the task flow gets over. In case of shared, till the mapping gets over, right? This cache will be there. After mapping gets over, no, this will be cleared off. So this is at task flow level. This is at mapping level. Um,
Okay. And then there was another one, right? The scope.
Dynamic and static.
Yeah, okay.
Static is basically every time it is going to recreate a cache. So
Right.
irrespective of number of rows. But in this case, only modified ones or new ones. Modified or new records. Only for those records only, either update or insert would take place only.
Okay. And once the mapping is run, then the dynamic and the cache is cleared, right?
Yes, yes.
Dynamic
This is
and static.
same. The concept is same. In the sense, once
Oh,
this task gets over, right, it will be gone. Both. Yeah.
okay. Got it. Yes.
Yeah, it's fine. So now let us understand another one, which is lookup unconnected, right? So as the name suggests, unconnected means no pipelining, meaning no link. Now the question, how do you achieve lookup with no link? That is where we are going to talk now. See, if you take any programming language, right, you will have what? Caller and calling. Yes or no? Yeah. So now, let's say caller is, let us say, there's a main function where we have entry, right? And calling, yeah? Let's say this is going to be the lookup, yeah? Where we supply key value as input. Correct. Then control comes over to lookup, for example, let's say lookup and int key, let us say. Then in this particular lookup for function or method, we are going to return what value associated with key. That's it. So which means this is the call, right? So which means once we call, right, control comes over to this particular block and the logic will be executed, then returns value to the column. So value means integer, which is a value. To column where here. So int, let us say, return value. So if you try to print this particular what return value, you will get to see what the value associated to a given key. That's what we wanted, right? Yes or no? That's what ultimate goal of this particular lookup. So in this case, what happens? We need to know where to make a call of this lookup. So, and once you make a call, you'll get a value. So in this case, there is no need to have what you call link. Instead, what we are trying to do, in some transformation, any transformation, like example expression transformation, where we can call. Which call here? Example, in this case, lookup, where we supply key value. Example C, we supply, right? Yes or no? Then once you call, right, it will return some value. What is that value? For C1 correspond, let's say C2 example. You'll get a C2 value. That's it. Based on what we configured as part of return. Yeah? So this is what we do in reality. So which means without having link also, we could able to achieve what lookup. So we just have to configure the lookup. C1 should be the key column. Now let us look at the syntax point of it. Syntax is what? We just have to what you call create or configure lookup. Yeah. As part of it, select key column. Then the next is what add input column where we send value from the column. Value means key value. So why do we need it? For condition. So which means once we add it, we can add a condition. What is that condition? Input column equal to what? Equal. That's it. So this is what we should do as part of this. Then we expect what? Return value. We just have to select return, which column, like example. C2. This is what we need to do as part of what configuration. That's all. Yep. This is a theory. Now let us try to understand how to configure. Fine. So let's log in. Yeah. Let's build a new map. Yeah. First, let us try to configure lookup because we are going to call that, right? So we should make that ready first. Yeah. Now the configuration part we know it. We'll try to do it. Unconnected is what you need to select first. Yeah. You want to change the name. So default is UR underscore lookup. Incoming, nothing. So we can just add it anyway. We'll see that later. Let's configure lookup object. So we'll try to do the same as what we did with the connected. Result should be same as connected lookup. Yeah. See here, while building a condition, it expects what? from and to. If you see here, lookup, field let us say C1. Incoming is what? Empty. Because we have not added it. Now we should go and add it. It's an input column. Yeah. I'll just let us say C1 INP. So this will be passed from the column. Now let's go and supply it. See here now C1 appears. That's it. So this way we could able to configure lookup unconnected. Next, return value. See, let us say here, can you see here? Radio button. So for a given C1, we expect, let us say, C2. Clear, right?
Yeah. Also for the
Yes.
for the connected lookup which you created yesterday, I saw there was a checkbox where we can say it's unconnected.
All
Converted
checkboxes.
into
Yeah. Which means connected lookup can return more than one value, but unconnected lookup would return only one. That is why radio button means it will allow only one. Can you see here? Ali? Unconnected, we have selected one or more. So it can return more than one. Ali. Yeah.
Okay.
Clear, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and these things are similar to what we discussed. Caching part. So now the change is only adding our own input column. Second, selection of return. The rest everything is same as connected configuration. That's all, right? Now we just have to keep it like an orphan. It means it doesn't have any connectivity with any other transformation or whatever. Now we just need to understand how to make use of this guy. So that is going to be the next question. So to answer that, we can go to source. See source connection. That's why we are using SEQ1. Yes. Say okay. That's all. Source is done. Now, the next question, we need to understand how to make a call. To do that, we can use another transformation, which is what? Any transformation where we can make a call. Example, we got expression transformation, where we connect from source to expression, expression to target. Yeah. I repeat, we can connect source to expression, expression to target. Yeah. So now let's go to expression transformation. And we can make a call. Add output port. Let's say we'll just put here lookup return. Yeah. Return value, let's say string, because we have a string type, right? Position, if you want, we can change it. That's it. Yeah. Now configure this. Now if you go to functions, yeah, you will see one separate category called lookup. can expand it. Select lookup. Yep. See a C1 input we have, right? So what is the actual value that we could supply from the source, which is C1? That's all. Which means C1 input equal to C1. That's what it means. Validate. Over. So what we did, this U lookup is a function. Yeah. So this is a function. Which one? This one, U lookup. We are just calling here, like what we discussed as part of theory, right? We are just calling, and we are storing the return. Where is that return? So return, we give the name, right? Lookup return. See, this is the return. That's all. Whatever theory we discussed, right, we can say exactly here. Yes or no? Right? That's all. Over. And then we can say marking unconnected lookup. Yeah. That's all. And set. See, there's a problem here, invalid, right? Because we can see here, target is not configured, right? Let's configure this. Yeah. Lookup unconnected result.txt. Yeah. And save it. That's all. Yes. Now it is valid. Any questions here? This is how we can do that. Call up.
Yeah.
Just call this. Yeah.
Like, what is like the best usage? Why? When should we use connected and when should we use unconnected? Like, is there any specific use case?
Yes. When we have, let's say, many rows, too many rows, then unconnected is the best. Let's go with what connected, because connected means every time data transfer should take place from source to lookup. Now we are avoiding doing that. Instead, we build a bulk records to expression, then call and get the data. So this is bit faster in case of large, but small connected is the best. Yeah, because data transfer will be less for lesser number of records, right? So that's where we can work with that. I mean, that's one
So
reason.
for yeah, like how we discussed yesterday, that the lookups, they work as a left outer join, right? Like, we are trying to get the value for every row. We are supplying the key value and joining with the key value, and then we are getting the return value, right? So
Right.
in this case, but in this case also, like, shouldn't it check every row, and then so it has to go to the unconnected lookup, like, for every row to get the key value, to get the value from through the key value.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. The row wise it is fine, but what it does here is row will be transferred from source to lookup perform lookup operation, then returns it. So there will be two links here. One link here, second link here. Well, in this case, here we are sending complete data to expression. Expression compares with what cache, then gets the return. So which means we are avoiding data transfer overhead from source to lookup to target. Instead, we are just making a call and get the result. But row-wise comparison, it happens in both the cases. But this happens in chunk-wise. This happens in what you call per row basis. That's a difference. That is why for bulk, this is better. For low, that's better, which is connected.
Okay.
Now let's try to learn it.
Also, Narasimha, while this is running, so in the connected lookup, the example which we did yesterday, there was a property to make it unconnected.
Yes. Here you can see this one, right?
Yeah. So no, for the connected also we saw this one, and connected just this checkbox.
No, while configuration, right? The interface is same. If you select, it will become as unconnected. If you don't select, it will be connected. Alice.
Okay, so when we select the unconnected checkbox, then it will remove the links if for the connected lookup.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's see, we got all five rows because left out actually. All the rows. Three, there is a match. Two, there is no match. Yeah. So that's what we can see here. So exactly same result, no change. Yeah. So that's about unconnected. Now if you try to change, let's say multiple conditions. Here also you can add multiple conditions. C1 INP with C2, let us say. Yeah. So plus the relation operator also you can use it. In that we talked about it, which is some extra thing compared to join. Yeah, let us refresh this. So it's same. Now let us see the result is same or not. In this case, it's not because C2, C1, C2, they're not matching, right? That is why return value what empty. Yeah. So one there is no match because one is not matching with the two, right? Four is not matching with the five. Seven is not matching with this, and so on. So nothing is getting matched. So that is why lookup return value is what empty. Okay. So this way we can add what you call n number of conditions. Yeah, to get the lookup done. So that's it about lookup. Yeah, I think we talked about both, right? Connected and connected. Yeah. Yeah. Now let us talk about one more transformation. Which one? We'll take simple one. Filter transformation. I think we didn't talk about it, right? Yes. So filter transformation will be used to limit the number of rows. Yeah. So based on simple condition or compound condition. Yeah. Yeah. Now let us get the filter transformation. This equal operator. We'll start with that. So this filter should be used as close to the source possible because once a limit, right? Only leftover records only will be used for other transformation logic. Yes, mapping filter. Yes. Yeah, this completed, right? We have got only two rows. Where C1 equal to 1. So we got only two rows. So that's it. This is just very straightforward transformation. This is condition, right? Yeah. Now let us try to add. So here also you can add multiple conditions. Yeah? C2 let us say equal to 2. Yeah. Yeah. So let's refresh this. So you got only one because both the conditions should satisfy. C1 equal to 1 and C2 equal to 2. So you have only one row, right? First row. So it is satisfied. Second row it is 1 because C2 is not satisfied. And condition, right? And means C1 equal to 1 and C2 equal to 2. This is the condition. Yeah? So if both got satisfied, then we will get the result, the target. Right? So it's clear, right? It's not assignment expert. See, this is a double equal operator comparison, right? Clear? Like how this compound expression would work and condition. And means both should satisfy.
Yeah. I have a question.
Yeah.
Like for example, when we are joining two tables, getting the results, then we are also adding some filters to go for a specific set. So in the case of in the case of the mapping, so where do I place the filter? Like, should I place the filter
Before
between
join.
this before the join? Okay.
Yes. Before join, limit the data. Then limited data will be connected to the join. That's the first thing, right? Then apply join condition. So in this case, we apply join only for this one row, not for other rows. Like we have four more rows, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And if we want to limit the join set, we will put another filter after the
Yes,
join, right?
exactly. You are right.
Got it.
That's the best thing, but better than this solution would be usage of custom transformation only. Because in this case, we are trying to add first filter, then followed by join, then followed by again filter, and so on. Yes, sir. In this case, what is the problem? One, we are adding one extra filter transformation, which will add span overhead, which is when it has to span separate thread for thread. Then second, establishing communication between filter with other transformation, which means there is going to be link overhead. Yes or no? Same thing. Join to what filter? So you'll have same thing, one extra thing here, right? Yes or no? So span link. Link means you'll have data transfer overhead, DT overhead. Can we cut down these multiple operations? But you'll get functionality. But performance wise, it will be a bit slow. How to take care of that? That's where we can use what? Custom transformation, where we can take care of, where we can take care all of that in a single transformation. And this particular custom could be based on Java or based on SP, whatever. Yeah. So we can use either this or that or even some other templates. Yeah. So one of them we can make use of it so that we can take care all of them in a single transformation rather than having multiple transformations. Now you can ask questions, pros and cons. See, with this configuration is bit easy. With this, we have to put in some extra effort from the syntax perspective, whatever. So which is not required over here. So which means from the usage, from the design perspective, this is better. From the performance perspective, this is better. But most of the people who are from, let's say, data warehousing side, right? They might not have coding knowledge. Yeah. But stored purchase that they can take care. Even that also they may not be that good actually, to be precise. But they are good in what? Building a solution by using what? Transformations. So that is why most of the people they'll go with this particular option because easy to build, easy to use, easy to configure. So that's why we go with this option. But people who already have got some coding knowledge, right? They prefer to go with this option because it is performance effective, what I call transformation. Clear, right? Rami?
Yeah, got it.
Yes. So that's about filter transformation. So now the question, what is the problem with this particular filter transformation? That's question line. Let me put it here. So the problems associated to filter or issues with filter. Remember, filter means it does like this. Yeah? C1 equal to 1. Then control comes in here, perform some. Then else if, then perform something here. Here also you can put, let's say, C2 equal to whatever. Right? Yes. Then and so on. Else, then it does something else. Yeah? So which means there is going to be what we call fall through in the sense, let us say this is satisfied, but still this condition also would be evaluated. Think if we have many else of ladders, many conditional blocks, all the conditions would get evaluated irrespective of whether they have been satisfied. or not. Yep. So which adds what you call performance overhead. Now, how to cut down this? That's where we have got in programming language. We all know switch decision making block we have, right? Using which we can take care of this issue. So in data integration service, we got what router transformation. So which is going to help us to solve this particular problem, which is whatever conditional evaluation. Right? Here, what happens as and when the condition gets satisfied, right? Control comes out from the block. So, which means we are avoiding to execute what rest of the conditions. So that's why router transformation is better. That's one reason. And second reason is what? The second reason is what? For every condition, let's say for this condition, there is going to be one filter. For this condition, there is going to be another filter. Likewise, if we have n number of conditions, then we have to have proportionate n number of filter transformations. Yeah. So that we can avoid by using what? Router. In router, in a single transformation, we can have n number of subgroups, and each subgroup will have what? Corresponding conditions, C1, C2, C3, n number of conditions. So that we don't need to transfer data from one to another, which will avoid what I call link overhead. Remember that. Clear, guys? So this way we can take care of what I call functionality by using a router. Same functionality, but we do it in different way. Nothing else. Clear, right? Concept?
Yeah.
I think with this we'll stop for the day. So we'll continue from it tomorrow because once you start, I think it will take more time. So yeah, if you have any questions, probably can talk about that. Yeah. Fine. If there are no questions, right? We'll stop here. We'll continue from it tomorrow. Fine, Malik and Vinod.
Sure, no,
Yeah.
yeah.
Fine.
Be next week,
Thanks.
right? Monday.
Yes, Monday morning. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Narasimha.
Yeah. Bye.